Good morning, good morning. Hello, everybody. Happy Sunday. Who's here? Linda's here. Good morning, Linda Lemieux. Sophia, Stacy Lord, Charlie Coons. Oh my goodness, how'd you get on here? Rosalind, good vibes. Suzanne. I see that, Charlie. Welcome to the morning show. Tammy Fisk. It's a miracle. Yeah, I think it is. Julie Kiss, another week of rain. Oh boy. Sally, good morning. And Catherine, you're on early today. Hello, everybody. Let's get started on this Sunday morning, first day of the week. Let's do our tradition of the heart-brain coherence. Good morning, Marietta. Yes, come on, let's play. And Kim Blood, good morning to you. All right, so the 3 steps are touch your heart center, because that brings your focus right to your heart. And then slow down your breathing. Breathe in to the count of 5 and back out again just as slowly. And then you're going to add in a great feeling, something that makes you feel so good, compassionate, warm, loved. Maybe you're thinking of another person or an animal or a situation or a place. Just hold that in your heart. And we're going to keep that feeling going for another minute. And then after that minute, we're all going to share what words come to mind after the words, I am. What are you going to tell us today? What's your I am story? Good morning, Deirdre. Thank you for sharing. So, touching your heart, slowing down the breathing, and then add in the love. And let's see what comes up for all of us. I am enough. I am worthy. I am the result of my thoughts. I am healthy. I am happy. I am full of joy on this day. I am ready for whatever life brings my way. And I am peace. Now, I'd love to hear your I am stories this morning. So who's starting? Deirdre. I'm sorry that Danya has cancer in both breasts. Oh, me too, honey. I'm sorry that she has to go through that. But I know that you're right there with her. So we're holding you and her in love. Sally, I am strength, confident, in motion and awake. I am good. Catherine, I am comfortable in myself. Kim, I am whole. Charlie, I am loved. Linda, I am healthy. Rosalind, I am rested. I am awake. Stacy, I am safe and I am trust. And Stacy, I like that you are on here under your own name today, but Christina is here as EWN. And she says, my goodness, what a wonderful group of loveliness this morning. Good morning and happy day. I am starting this day with joy, love, and gratitude. And let's all wrap our arms around our Deirdre this morning. Let's just remember our loved one that is going through something right now that we all can lift her up for. Okay, my computer is doing something here, so let me just clear my screen so I can see all of you again. Annika, good morning. Is it your Monday? It's our Sunday today. It's the first day of the week for us. All right, I have been reading The Secret. Those of you who may be familiar with this book, and there's a quote in here about creating your day in advance. Linda, we are on EWN, Enlightened Living. I think that's where everybody's at. Okay, so create your day in advance. And this is a quote by Prentice Mulford. When you say to yourself, I'm going to have a pleasant visit or a pleasant journey, you're literally sending elements and forces ahead of your body that will arrange things to make your visit or journey pleasant. When before the visit or the journey or the shopping trip, you are in a bad humor or fearful or apprehensive or something unpleasant, you're sending unseen agencies ahead of you which will make some kind of unpleasantness. Our thoughts, or in other words, our state of mind, is ever at work fixing up things good or bad in advance. And he wrote those words in the 1870s. So back in that time, somebody was already aware of the power of the thoughts, of how we create with our mind. We create by thinking it, and then sometimes dwelling on that thought, right? Sometimes we just can't let that thought go. And the next thing you know, there it is, whether it's good or bad. And that's why when we do Manifesting Mondays, I always have you focus on visualizing and really bringing in the energy of what it is that you want to manifest, not what you don't want, but what you want. All right, so let's see what we've got. It's your Monday in New Zealand, Annika. Well, welcome and thank you for being here. And Suzanne says, I will be bold today and say, I am special. Yes, hold that thought. Think that. Put that out to the universe because you are special. You are unique. You are beautiful. You are an amazing part of this journey and this family. All right, and yes, we are putting our Danya in the prayer circle right now, starting today. We put her in yesterday, I know, and we're going to just keep lifting her up every day for a miracle to happen in her life. Okay, so now Stacy, you're also EWN. And you don't know what this computer, what the internet does or what Facebook does. All right, Sally, Prayers and so much love to Deirdre and family. Yeah, we're going to hold you tight, Deirdre. You just stick with us, stick with this family, and we're going to love you through it. Absolutely. And Julie Kiss says, I am strong. Absolutely. Stacy says, I am traveling home today after a stop in Wellington. Oh, are you visiting with our Linda Lemieux? Awesome. You know, Stacy, Isabel lives there too. And so does Terry Guilford. So maybe you can see more than just Linda this trip. Yes, we'll be keeping Danya, Deirdre, and their loved ones in prayer. Absolutely. Let's see what our Kuan Yin has to say to us today. Okay, so we have moved on from the lotus. Remember, we had every day last week, I think. We had a lotus card. Leo, good morning. Leo says, I am a lucky man. Yes, you are. All right, so Kuan Yin is the amaryllis lute. You are growing fast and leaving fear behind. When your vibration changes, so too does your life. It is safe and loving for you to release that which no longer feels right for you. No matter how important it was in your old life, it might not have the same place in your new life. Accept healing change now. The amaryllis lute. I love that card. Accept the healing change now. When we resist the changes that come, then it just makes it harder. It's like we're rowing upstream. But when we stop resisting and go into what our Marietta calls the AAA, accept, align, allow, then everything flows, everything goes downstream. And Stacy says, we tried to get Isabel. She isn't home yet, but I think I'm seeing Teri too. Awesome. Love my Teri Gilstad. She's an amazing person. Please say hello for me. All right, so the first day of the week, how are we going to create this week? We can create it in service by helping those who need the helping hand, those who need our strength right now, who need us to gather around them, like our Deirdre, holding her up every day, walking through this journey with her. And Deirdre, you are not alone. Danya is not alone. We are all holding you in love, holding you up for miracles to happen, holding you up for the very best outcome to take place with this situation with her breast cancer. And just know that you are loved and that we're here for you. And I'm here if you need to reach out. I'll be here every minute walking you through this. Rick Morrow, good morning to you. And how's our Josie doing? Is she back on a plane yet, or is she still up north visiting with family? And we've been lifting her up, her and her family, for the funeral that I don't know if it's taken place already, but lifting that family up with love and holding them close in our heart. Kathy said, I had to release an old group of people from my past that I connected with, but finally realized I wasn't included, really, or welcome to be physically a part of the group any longer. Time to release that which doesn't serve me on my journey with this family. Absolutely, Kathy. Isn't that what the card said? Yeah, time for the change. Time to leave behind any fear, any low vibration, anything that doesn't serve us anymore. It's time to let it go, because life is way too short. And if we're living our life in fear or in discord and disharmony, then we're missing out on miracles. We're missing out on so much of what could be, so much love, so much joy. So, yes, release and let go. And maybe that's what we need to do today when we go into our prayer and our meditation. Let's release the old and bring in the new. Oh, Deirdre, you're so loved, honey. You are such a huge, huge part of this Angelic River family. We love you so much and love all that you bring to the table, all of your beautiful wisdom, all of the caring and compassion that you bring in, and the light that you shine for us, the way you help us to look at things. So thank you. Thank you for being such a huge part of us. And Rick said, Josie is coming home this evening. Well, let's put her in our prayer circle for getting back on another plane, right? I know she had some anxiety because she hadn't flown in so many years, but let's let that anxiety ease and let that plane ride home be fun. Let it be an adventure where she can just enjoy every moment of it. And Kathy said it hurt a little, but I realize what and who are important to me. That's it, Kathy, exactly. When we can look around us and we see who we're surrounding ourselves with. Who are you surrounding yourself with? Is it people that lift you up? Is it people that want the very best for you, whatever that looks like? Or is it someone who's constantly bringing in drama and tearing you down and just bringing the whole vibration, the whole energy down around you? Look at that. Is there someone in your life that's creating chaos and not letting the river flow, not letting the energy flow, but resisting and bringing in maybe even an energy of I. When you listen to the people around you talk, are they so focused on themselves that they don't even see you? Or if they do see you, they're putting an energy of blame and shame and guilt out to you. Sometimes that happens. So just look at who you're surrounding yourself with. Who's your support system? That's what we all need to be aware of. And right now, in this moment, this is a support system for everyone that's here. And we're here every day. There's a consistency to what we do and showing up for each other, for loving on each other, for loving you through whatever moment you're going through in this life, whether that's something fearful or something sad or even something happy. We love to celebrate with you. So that's what we're here for. Allow it and allow yourself to be surrounded by this kind of energy, the kind that brings in the love, not the ones that are going to tear you down and criticize you and judge you. So look in your life at who you're surrounding yourself by. And sometimes if it's family members, it's harder to separate yourself from the biological family, right? It's harder to say, I'm just going to step away. But sometimes you have to. Sometimes if it's that family member that's tearing you down, why are you going to put up with that? Why are you going to allow somebody to talk to you in a demeaning manner, to always put blame on you or always shame you or criticize and judge? You have the right to step away. You have the right to be you. Or as I say, just do you. Do what makes you happy. Do what brings that joy into your heart, not what creates chaos in your life. And now we have Sally as EWN. It's a revolving door. And Sally says, you will continue to follow your light and find great inner peace from it. Kathy. All right, what else we got? Deirdre replying to Kathy, I had to do this too. It's better for all involved. It's all to love yourself more. Yeah, that's it exactly. When we see other people and they're not giving us love, but they're giving us some other energy, then we have a choice. We have a choice to stay in that abuse, which it is, or we can walk away and take care of our own vibration. But also look at the situation and what's going on with that person that's being abusive, that's sending out that kind of vibration. Are they willing to accept love from you? And all you can do is just send love and walk away. If they're not willing to listen, just cover them in love, cover them in the pink light of love, and ask the angels to work with them. And Marietta says, Kathy Hand, love and release. Kiss them goodbye and wish them blessings. Yeah, that's all we can do. We have to do our own protection of our own energy. We have to do self-love and self-care. And that means taking care of who we are, keeping our vibration high. And it is important to keep our vibration high. We have learned so much from scientists now about our energy and how whatever we're putting out into the world adds into the mix of everybody else's vibration. So if we're vibrating at a high vibration, a high frequency, that adds to the collective whole and it raises the vibration of everyone. Kathy says, I realized that time after time they would not include or invite me to their little get-togethers. I would always comment on their post, but noticed that they started not responding to me or my post. Yeah, so it's time you opened your eyes, you're now aware and awake, and now it's time to move on and release that part. And yes, it hurts. I understand that hurt. I understand being excluded because that has happened to me. And it's not fun. It's not anything pleasant, but you have to take care of you. And that's the important thing. And Sally says, yes, indeed, I agree with Teri. I don't regret cutting ties with my family because I grew from those lessons. And yes, they were a bit hard. But look at you now and look at us now in a loving family. We're surrounded by people that cares, by people that are not going to judge you, are not going to exclude you, are not going to say, no, you can't be a part of us, and we're not going to ignore you. If you notice, when you come into this family, into this morning show, this morning cuppa, there's nobody left out. Nobody gets left out. Everybody's included. I see all of you that come in, and I have the technology to do that. So no matter where you are, no matter where you're seeing the broadcast, whether it's on Facebook or YouTube, wherever you're at, I see your comments and I'm able to say your name and I'm able to give you love, and then the family gives you love. If they're not seeing you and your physical comments, they're at least hearing it because I'm reading the comments and they know what's going on and they know what's being said. So Kathy is saying, great advice as usual, Marietta. Yes, indeed. Marietta is our wise woman of the sea. And I hope that you're going to be on that sea very soon. And Suzanne says, Kathy, I think it's a healthy sign that you are setting boundaries because that is self-care. It sure is. And Kim says, it happened to me too. Yeah, I think for most of us that are here, we're here because we're seeking that full acceptance. We're seeking to be a part of and not be left out. Our hearts know that this is a good place to be, that this is a place of love and joy and happiness. And we're not going to come in and just blast anybody for whatever they're going through. We're going to love you. That's all. That's what we're all about. And that's what we do. We accept, we align, and we allow. And then we just pour love to every person that's here. Sally says, we are in a time of seeing people's truest colors and seeing people for what they truly represent. It's very important to our lessons at this time to be attentive, absolutely release when you need to. Yeah. And Kathy says it's kind of funny, really. It's like being back in high school. And yes, they were my high school friends. And this particular group are just part of my high school past, and I am done with high school games. We reach that point when we look at what's important, right? We look at what matters. And if what matters to you is peace, if it's having love in your life and acceptance, then that's what's important, and that's what you move forward to. And you do just exactly what Kuan Yin says for us to do. Release it with love. Leave all of that behind. And when your vibration changes, so too does your life. So if you're staying in that vibration of criticism and judgment, and someone who doesn't care to take time to understand you and to lift you up, then you're not going to be your very best self. But if you allow the journey to take you to that beautiful place, to take you into a place of acceptance, your life will change. And I think that's what you're going to find, Kathy and Kim and any of the rest of us that cut cords with the low vibration energy. You're going to find your life changing for the better. You're going to find yourself singing that song in the morning. It's a beautiful day, and really feeling it. When we have the opposing energy, the low vibration, then we can't really fully accept love to ourselves. We can't accept Him, the unconditional, because we're so wrapped up and focused on what the low vibration is. It's a matter of where we're putting our attention. And I read you that quote by Prentice Mulford. Our thoughts become things. Our thoughts create. So if we're going to keep thinking about what's not making us happy, what's not bringing joy to us, then we're not going to have the joy. We're not going to have the happiness. But if we start focusing on things like this group, things like your family that loves you, then yes, you will find that joy just bubbling up inside. All right. Marietta says, when we choose love, we rise up, up, up to a higher plane, and others may just drop away, right? They don't have a parachute like we do. So use that parachute and fly. Just step off the cliff and let yourself soar, and know that you have a parachute. It's not going to be a hard landing. It's going to be a beautiful experience. And Rick says, Teri, Josie just called me and she's going, I'm not sure what this is. She's going, her cousin who they're staying with, just had a seizure. He's on his way to the hospital. His name is Frank Rivasor. So let's lift Frank up today and put him in our prayer circle. Rick, thank you for letting us know that. Thank you. So we know we can all, at this very moment when someone is going through something physical, we can put all of our energy together and surround Frank. And let's release anything that's creating that energy for him. Let's put all of our energy together and focus and send it his way so we can lift him up and lift Josie up. This is her cousin. So let's lift her up so she can go into an energy of peace and put some beautiful energy work go in there with Frank, and we can all, anyone who knows Reiki or time heals or theta or quantum touch, we can all send energy, distance healing energy to Frank right now. All right, so let's go ahead and do that and do any other prayers that we need to put in the circle. Go ahead and type in whatever your prayers are. And I want to just stop right now. I don't want to talk anymore. I just want to send love and light and healing energy to this person who's in distress at this very moment that we are meeting. And I feel like it's divine timing that we're all here together, that we can provide this service. So if you are an energy healer, look at the name, Frank Revasor, and you don't have to know him. Just know the name that we're lifting up, know the situation, that he's experiencing a seizure at this moment. And let's all send that powerful energy of love. That's all you have to do. If you're Reiki trained or Time Heals trained or any other energy healing modality, go ahead and start sending that to him. And otherwise, just lift him in prayer at this moment and just focus the energy of love toward Frank, toward Josie, toward the whole family that's gathered there, who just lost a loved one, who just experienced going through burying their loved one and the grief that they're going through. So now let's let this person feel the grief of the grief. Let's let them feel the love in a huge way coming from us. All right, so let's just focus the energy right now. Just asking the angels to surround Frank. Asking Archangel Raphael to be present, to let his body calm down, to let the medical people know the exact thing that's needed to calm that seizure. Sending love to the family to surround them so that they can remain calm. Just breathe in, take in love, and send it back out. If you know Reiki, just do the Reiki symbols. I'm doing Chokure, doing the long distance symbol. And I'm asking the healers, that collective of masters that come forth anytime there's a physical healing that's needed. I'm asking the healers to be with Frank right now. And we're just going to claim the very best outcome for Frank. So let's just take a moment, and everyone in this very moment, all together, let's send love to Frank. I see him surrounded by angels. I see the white light from our divine creator. And I see Divine Mother right there holding him. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, family, for rising up and for sending that healing energy to this beautiful person. We don't have to know who he is. We just know that he's in need. And that's what we did. We rose up to that occasion. Thank you. Oh, so what other prayers are we putting into that circle today to surround? And let's put in Leo's friends, DJ and Lakshmi, and praying for Brittany, who he always puts in the circle, and anyone who's being excluded, anyone who is not feeling loved, not feeling supported, not feeling a part of. Let's put everyone in that circle that knows that hurt, that knows that pain. We'll put you right in there for our prayers. And Sally's asking prayers for her son and the new house that he just bought and the new life that he is starting out. And prayers for Deirdre and her family, for Teri and her journey. Thank you. For Kathy and her journey, and for everyone else's well-being and health, and for my making it through this yoga training. Yes, indeed, Sally, and we lift up Enlightenment. We lift up Tony. We lift up you and the light that you all are shining there in Allegan, Michigan. Let's lift up anyone who has experienced loss lately. There's a lot of grief going on. There's a lot of people who are suffering in silence and holding that hurt and that pain inside. So let's lift them up, lift up anyone who has experienced a loss in any way. It doesn't have to be from death. Whatever that looks like, whatever that loss is, and whatever that change is that was taking place, let's lift you up. And Tammy Fisk is asking for prayers for her sister Tracy. Yes, indeed. And let's put our Hope and Zena in our prayer circle. And our Linda, that's here in Colorado, going through the cancer journey. Let's definitely put Danya in there and send healing energy to her, just like we did to Frank. All you have to do is focus on love, focus on that healing energy, and calling in the angels, calling in the healers. The healers are a collective of ascended masters that bond together to work the miracle of healing, physical healing, mental, spiritual, emotional, whatever is needed. That's what they do. And so let's utilize them. Let's call them in to help any person. We called them for Frank. Let's call them for Danya. Let's call them for Tammy's sister, for Suzanne, who's putting herself in the prayer circle, for Leo and his friends, for Kathy Hand, for Linda, for Sally and Tony, and who else? Put yourself in there in that circle. Let's pray for our Marietta and her husband Ed and their beautiful boat that they have dreamed into being, and that they can get that to where it needs to be to get out on the water. Anybody else that wants to put yourself in? And yes, thank you, Deirdre. I will put myself in that circle for healing energy to take place, and whatever that looks like, especially emotional energy. Kim Blood, yes, jumping in for healing from fibromyalgia to free you. Yes, let's call in the miracles today. Let's make it a miracle Sunday, surrounding each person that needs that uplifting. that needs that love, just open up and accept it. That triple A that Marietta taught us is so important. As I said, I was reading in the book, The Secret. And in that book, it talks about the 3 steps to really bring in that manifestation. So to manifest that miracle in your life, we do the AAA that Marietta has shared with us: accept, align, and allow. And what is written in the book, The Secret, is ask, believe, receive. Same thing, same concept. We're going to open ourselves up. We're going to align with who we truly are. That's the belief, that's the trust. We all come from the same place. We're all a spark of divine energy. So when we ask, we're putting the prayers out there. That's what you're doing right now. And then you're aligning yourself with who you truly are. Who are you? You came from spirit. You have that spirit running through you. Whatever you call it, I call it chi energy. We all have that life force inside of us. So we align with that life force. We align with our divinity, the source, the creator of all that is. And then we open up and receive, and that's the allowance, allowing it to come in. Accept, align, allow. Some of the most important words for you to remember with whatever you're going through. So all of you that jumped in there in the prayer circle, and Hope, we put you in there. Hope says, hi, my beautiful P family. Just got home in time to wish you all the very best week ever. Hope, we put you and Zena both in the prayer circle. And we're calling on the healers today, the collective of 4 beautiful ascended masters that work together so powerfully. And in that collective of energy is the Master Jesus, who is the Master Healer, and comes in and touches whatever is needed to be healed. So Tammy says, adding my daughter Kayla, just to help guide her in life as a young 19-year-old with a few things going on. Absolutely. Let's put our Jean Lorio in there, or Auntie Jean. I don't see her on with us this morning, but let's include her and lift her up in so much love. Let's put Stacy's son Josh in there for healing. And anybody else, if you have a loved one, or if it's you, then put yourself or your loved one in that prayer circle. You don't have to put the names, just ask for prayer. And we're going to hold all of you in our hearts as we surround that prayer circle with love, as we join the ascended masters and the angels, as we join Divine Mother. Kim's putting her son in there. Beautiful. So let's focus our energy now. Let's take a breath in. And I'm going to call on Archangel Raphael. Raphael is the healing energy, the healing angel who oversees any healing that's taking place, whether that's physical, mental, spiritual, or emotional. Raphael is the one that guides that energy and guides the surgeon's hands, guides the doctors to help you to heal from whatever is going on. So Raphael, we ask you now to be with each person in this prayer circle, to just guide whatever is needed in their lives, to touch the heart and let it open up to receive the healing, to align to the true, authentic self as spirit. We call on Archangel Michael. Michael is our guardian, our protector. Archangel Michael, we ask that you surround this circle with beautiful bubbles of protective energy. Let each person be encased in their own bubble, that nothing can break through that's not for their best and highest good. We call on Archangel Gabriel. Gabriel gives us clarity. Gabriel helps us to see what's needed and to help us see that answer that keeps floating to us. Maybe it's been there all along, but we just didn't recognize it. And Gabriel, we ask that you help each person that's in the circle to see the solution to whatever it is. And then we call in Archangel Uriel. And Uriel helps us to ground and balance. Sometimes when we get knocked down by whatever fire is coming our way, whatever struggle or challenge, we get off balance. So let's ask Uriel to bring us back into balance, to center our energy in love. And then these beautiful ascended masters that work miracles. We're calling on Jesus. We're calling on Divine Mother. We're calling on Kuan Yin. We're calling on Joseph, Yogananda, the Master Yushui. Call in your guides right now. Who do you turn to for spiritual help? Just bring them right to you in this moment. And just know that you are surrounded by so much love, by so much power, by an energy that wants the very best for you. And what I'm hearing right now is for you to release fear, first of all, because fear and love can't reside together. The love is going to win out. It is going to win. So do the release, whether that looks like clearing your throat or coughing or maybe even crying, just releasing tears. Sometimes that's what's needed to just get the energy flowing out of you. But wherever you're feeling it inside, wherever it's affecting your physical body, maybe it's in your solar plexus and you're feeling that grumbling in your stomach. Or maybe it's in your root chakra and you're not feeling like you can stand strong. Maybe there's a little wobble there. Whatever it is, just go to that place inside of you and let it out. Just release it out. Just envision that you can reach inside to where that feeling is and pull it forward, pull it out of your body, and then hold it in your hand. And as you're holding it there in your hand, watch the miracle of it changing into a beautiful white dove, the dove of peace. And then watch as that dove flies away from you. This beautiful white dove is carrying whatever it is you gave it, whatever energy you put forth, it's carrying that up to the universe. Just allow right now and fully believe that what you're doing makes a difference. Remember the words of Kuan Yin that came out in today's card, that when you do that release, your life will change. Your life will change because you're changing. You're changing your mindset. You're changing your thoughts and your words. And you're letting go of what's not needed. You're letting go of that barrier that was keeping you from joy, keeping you from health, keeping you from happiness. So take another breath in. Breathe it in deeply into your lungs. And now see if there's any place inside of you that's still holding on. What are you trying to keep inside that you don't need? It's not serving you. Whatever that looks like, it may be anger, it may be sadness. Just pull it out. Pull it out and let it go with love. Let this beautiful dove take it up to the universe. Let the masters work on whatever it is. You don't have to do the work. Allow them to touch you wherever it's needed. Maybe it's your heart, maybe it's your root, or your solar plexus, or even your crown chakra. Maybe you're having trouble relating to God right now. Maybe you're angry at what's going on. Just let that go. Let the healers work wherever they need to work inside your body, inside your mind, inside your emotions. And remember that when you release whatever that was that didn't serve you, you have so much room inside now to accept the love in. Just bring it in. Bring in the love. We do this every morning. We share love with each other. We share gratitude for each other. So we're going to do that at this time. Just look at who's here. Look around you. See the names. See those that have expressed a hurt or expressed something going on inside. And let's say to everybody, we're including everyone here, everyone gathered together in the circle, because we're all in the circle today. And we're going to say those words that make a difference in our lives. On the count of 3, 2, 1. Thank you. I love you. And love is that energy that heals. All right, so let's get on with our day with confidence. Confidence in these healers that came in to work their magic, the angels who came in to help in whatever way help was needed. Confidence in our source energy, I call God. Call it whatever you want, doesn't matter. As long as you acknowledge there is a higher power, then you will feel that energy working in your life. Kathy says, since early this morning, I felt something was stuck in my throat, but since I shared that, I needed to release that high school group. It doesn't feel like anything is stuck there any longer. The only place I'm holding on to that group is in these thoughts and beliefs that I needed to be part of that group. I think these thoughts fade away eventually. Yes, they do. All right, let's listen to the song, Have a Beautiful Day, and have a beautiful day.
We're all friends around.
again. Namaste, y'all. I'll see you later.